Now, as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important, we apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Trenton.
And one word for you, OMG.
It's a gratification?
Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully that's how people feel after joining this newest edition of the RTS show. Hello, fellas.
Hello.
How we doing tonight?
I'm glad Ryan can test the waters on my blown headphone there, because it definitely is. So,
well, I mean, that's what there it is right there, Ryan's.
I just gave you instant gratification.
I wouldn't call it gratification.
You don't need that eardrum or two.
Yeah, right.
That's why you got two. But Ryan has now destroyed T's headphones and caused 2 earthquakes. So
yes,
I don't watch wrestling, but what's that event called? Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
There you go. So just Ryan as he enters the arena. But
right.
Yep. So coming up, we'll just let everybody know in the next couple of weeks, we will be rolling out our 2024 NFL season previews, where we're going to do AFC, NFC East, and then AFC, NFC West, yada, 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 yada. So get ready for that. We're excited for that. Hopefully the guys can catch me this year in the pick'ems, but you know. We'll just,
it was close. Come on.
It was close. Yeah.
Shots
yeah.
No.
Oh, hey, you know, when you're the only one who wins the inaugural, win-loss record, you can see.
We're all guaranteed a medal.
Yeah, that is true. But so good segue right there.
Right.
Yep. Let's shift our attention, guys, to the 2024 Summer Olympics, as a good majority of the events have taken place, and there's been a ton of medals awarded. But what competition, what final has kind of stood out to you guys more than maybe, say, shuttlecock and table tennis? Unless that's your favorite.
Oh, nice. Braves are on TBS. Sweet.
Old school.
You know that? Did y'all see that? Was it the 100-meter race? Was that Lyles?
Oh yeah, for sure. Noah
That
Lyles.
was cool. That was cool.
Fastest man on earth.
Man, it was so cool, man. It was close. I don't know. Some of the swimming's been okay. I guess that's kind of what I've caught so far has been the swimming. A lot of the track. I was watching the hammer throw today, and I was like, man, tossing that thing around and watching those women, like, whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of keep catching little bits of everything. So I haven't really caught. I mean, I caught some some BMX racing finals. So I'd have to say that's probably been my favorite, because I loved riding bikes and stuff when I was a kid, and
that's cool.
Caught a little of the skateboard stuff. I did finally catch a little bit of surfing this afternoon.
Oh, you got to hang 10.
I got to hang 10. Got to hang T. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was...
Olympics have turned into the X Games all of a sudden.
Well, they did that. They changed that years ago.
But, right?
But, yeah, I've caught those things. So those kind of been the favorite ones, because, I mean, I can't say I really care about men's gymnastics or men's volleyball and stuff. I did watch some water polo. The U.S. won. The women, I think they won in like last couple of minutes of the game today. So it's overall, it's just been fun. Just checking out different events, and I don't know. It's been cool. Golf was cool too. Seeing Scotty come all the way back. I mean, I didn't see that coming.
On the back nine. Oof.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming
Very
at all.
Cool.
I mean, in hindsight, I guess, because like Xander was playing so well, I just kind of figured Xander was going to kind of take it. And then once Rahm made a move, it was like, well, those two are probably going to battle it out since Scotty was so far back. But he proved why he's number one. And
man,
it was awesome.
And he got emotional about it.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Don't see that often.
Pretty happy.
He's had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
on and off the golf course.
For sure. I mean, I've definitely liked the swimming. That's always been cool. I like watching that long distance stuff. It's always neat to see, those dudes swim like 20 laps.
Oh, the 1,500 meter?
Yeah, the 1,500.
God.
I was like, golly. I was like, man, like how, I was like, whew, this is a test of,
Isn't that the event that
endurance and
Ledecky
strength.
won by like 7 seconds?
Yeah.
Like she touched the
She
wall
dominates.
and nobody was in the screen
Yeah,
yet. So they
she
had to
dominates.
change camera angles just to show that there were other swimmers.
Yeah, there's a lot of close. Been a lot of close finishes with the swimming, which is pretty neat. But I'm telling you, man, that was an announcer on there. He's just too excited. For that
Rowdy Gaines.
I don't know who that is, but man,
yeah,
like voice cracking and everything. I'm just like all right, man,
come on.
Yeah, like once again, confirmation that my headphone is blown, Ryan.
Oh, so you don't even get the full effect. I do. So
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I've liked the men's basketball. I think that's been cool. Just watching all these NBA guys repping their country too. And man, Wemby's look good. He's really trying to win a gold for his home country, which has been cool. Soccer obviously has been pretty cool.
Once again, U.S. men's disappointing, but
women.
That's why we root for the women.
Yeah, women. Yeah, that was They
women
got lucky.
Probably on the way to a gold. They did today, but
that goalkeeper saving that goal with their foot in the last couple minutes of extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're fun to watch. The women are fun to watch, man. They're a good squad.
They've dominated this Olympics.
Yeah,
there's
every
been
Olympics.
a lot of superstars that are coming out that America and the rest of the world are discovering. You had the Simone Biles and some of the soccer women and Sha'Carri Richardson, some of the well known. But now you got a few that are going to come out and get some extra endorsements, and you started to see a lot of endorsement deals with or commercials with some of the athletes from America. So that's really cool. So
yeah, definitely with Lyles, that photo finish was awesome, and it was really cool to see that. You really don't know, it's the torso that's got to be ahead, not the foot, not the head, the torso.
Yeah,
and so
stuff like that. I mean, it was crazy. It's just like one of because I thought I think it was the Jamaican guy won.
Yeah,
that's who it was.
He had his foot and head ahead of Lyles, and
then switched over.
Lyles got the torso.
Wait, what? Like, all right.
Yeah.
And then and then like you just said, learn all the different rules to it, like what qualifies qualifies for the win
when it plays in. I mean, U.S. they're 27. They got a 27 medal lead as of now. They
got the most
golds.
Yep.
Yeah. So getting a little bit dominant. So always cool to see, and probably quite a few more medals to go. So we got a whole other week. The 200 in track. I just like a lot of the track. I definitely like that they save it kind of towards the end. Seeing a lot of the 200 and 400, and always like watching those quick races. Yeah, I think they already did the shot put.
Already happened.
But really cool to watch all that.
That was fun.
Yeah,
some big people, man.
Dude, how much do those weigh? Do we know?
I do not know.
Let me ask Google real quick. Yeah, didn't they say like third place in the Lyles race was like 0.12 behind?
Something like that.
I mean, that's insane.
The Jamaican guy was it was 3 or 0.4, 0.04. It was thousandths of a second.
Thousands, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. He literally lost by thousandths of a second.
Yeah, that's like
it's craziness, It's crazy.
I mean, can you imagine
16 pounds? A shot put is 16 pounds.
I was gonna guess 25, but I mean, yeah.
Well, at first it brings up in Google at 7.26 kilograms. Like I know how to translate that. Like okay, come on. Thanks,
You
Google.
know.
We're a little behind on shot put AI or what? So
You know how great we were in math, man. We're
Right.
the only thing great from a math class is that's where I met Ryan many years
Miss
ago.
Richmond's
So
class.
yeah, and we were immediately
Very true.
separated on day
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. I think we got in trouble.
Well, she
Really?
pulled that horse. She pulled that horse
Really?
shit fucking A to Z crap. So
Yeah.
there's Ryan in the front left corner and
Yep.
Sean in the back right dark corner with cobwebs that no other student has to sit
Yep.
with, being a Z, you know. But
I was right around the corner over there in the S's.
True.
So.
yeah, you would have been put in the middle. They would have rewrote the
we would have
alphabet.
been on like each end of like one row and be able to like lean behind everybody and kind of
Yeah, you could have talked. See.
throw
Yeah,
something.
because they would not have been
something
smart to
around.
put us in the hallway.
No,
Right.
Because
that's
no,
probably where we would
I
have
mean,
ended up. But and then that would have been even more fun. So
yeah, well, here we are.
Right.
Here we are.
here we are doing a podcast.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on all those
Thanks,
events,
Matt.
but I love watching the volleyball, whether it's the indoor or outdoor. But I mean, just how hard the guys freaking spike, the ball. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, and these guys are taking the volleyball off their face, their chest, and it's just But it's really good. But I definitely would say outdoor volleyball, the surfing, been really cool.
Yeah.
But the
Beach volleyball.
gymnastics, I mean,
For sure.
They were good.
Wade Biles and Suni Lee and
Jordan Childs
and Aronde. She finally got her gold medal.
Those
I
girls
mean, that was
launched themselves, man. It's
unbelievable.
Doink is like boom. They're like, whoa. Yeah, it's impressive. It is. It's awesome. I don't know. It's really, really impressive to see. Also,
Yeah, I mean,
it hurts the ankles and the knees watching it because it's like, if I go and do something like that, it's like,
dude, I'm thinking lower back.
Ankles. Yep.
Lower back or my neck, because I don't know whether I'm going to land on my feet or my head. So
yeah, if I land on my feet, I mean, that's like winning the lottery. So
yeah, I mean, to be honest, like I watched field hockey for the first time ever, and I was just I mean that. Like soccer, lacrosse, and hockey all in one.
Yeah, it's fun.
Pretty interesting.
I just wonder about the back aspect because they bend over quite a bit. I just feel like running around.
Yeah,
you do that so much, eventually you're gonna be like, I can't stand up.
I know. Backs will be hurt.
But it's fun though. Yeah, it's fun to watch.
And then on a penalty, they all have to put on like protective face gear and gloves for a penalty shot, and they all start in the net and then just run out. I don't know, it's weird, but that's what the Olympics are for. So it's kind of cool. Not many people. I mean, they might get a increase on ESPN, the Ocho in viewership, but it's cool to see, and it's a lot of good stories come out of the Olympics. You learn about the struggle and the dedication and just pure like focus on one day in your 4 years that you spend getting ready for it.
You spend your whole life doing that a lot of times in a lot of these sports. They don't get to compete again, a lot of times. So you got to think you're one chance. So it's pretty wild.
And then you have the other side of it where you have like say the women's skateboarding girl won gold or bronze or gold at 16, and it's like they're saying she won something back in Tokyo when she was 13.
And that was the one from Japan, right?
Great Britain, I believe.
Okay.
I believe so.
I know there's one from Japan that's pretty good. She's young too, and she's one of the better ones too.
Several younger ones in there, and it's like they're starting doing that. So it's like, how long will they go, and how many medals can they possibly win since they started so young? And it's crazy. It's you see it how much it matters to all of them. You got some people that are confident, but at the same time, they might, display a cockiness kind of thing going on. But then all of a sudden, they kind of realize, like, oh wait, what? Much like with Scotty, it's like it wasn't just he won a tournament. It's like he ended up winning. I mean, he did something that what were the odds, to win an Olympic gold medal. So
yeah. The U.S. is paying $37,500 for every gold, so which is actually pretty low compared to most other countries. I think France is paying like 80,000 for a gold. They're like all in for if you get a gold. So
Well, you get paid
most of
money
the
to win a
other
gold?
countries,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I did
their
not know
Olympic
that.
committees are paying them money. It's
Oh,
not.
I
I
didn't
mean,
know that.
Scheffler, what's 37,500 to him? You know, it
Or
ain't
the NBA
pocket
players.
change. Yeah, or the NBA players.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? It's nothing to them.
That's just a
Yeah.
fine for blasting the officials at a press conference. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you
some of
also
these
got
athletes that don't play professionally, you know. So
like you guys are saying with the younger generation, you got the 17-year-old Summer McIntosh from the Canadian swim team,
yeah,
who already has
yeah,
more gold medals than anybody in the country's existence. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
nuts.
she's gonna watch out, Katie Ledecky.
I know for medal count
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah, she
So
that young lady is wow. She
yeah,
was fast and unbelievable to watch. But so Thursday, U.S. men's team takes on Serbia. Feels like we play them like every other week,
yeah,
you know. But are we thinking because they're clicking now?
they
Embiid
are.
played pretty good today too. So after
Yeah, they
not
won by
playing,
35. So
yeah, that game wasn't even really close. But
Again, it's one of those things that, like much like you said, they're clicking. Seems like they're gaining more momentum as they uh, go through the process and to go through this. Is like they're starting to find their rhythm, learn how to play with each other. I think Kerr's also learned how to play. I guess certain starting lineups, maybe even just bringing in different lineups and subbing in people. And so those guys are learning having familiarity with what their game plan is when they come in and stuff like that. Um, but it's just I could think keep your expectations rather on the lower level and kind of just see what happens. I mean, because I'm not, I doesn't, I mean, I'm not saying Serbia is like a better team than them, but they again don't you can't sleep on them. I just think you can't take a nap. So they got to
yeah,
keep up. They got to keep up that level of what I would say is championship basketball, and show kind of keep showing the world like what they're made of. Like because
right.
with all that talent, I mean, it's there's Hall of Fame on there to the youngsters, and it's like, man, so much talent. No other squad has that. Not saying there's other like I even have defended it, saying that the world's gotten better, which they have. But they don't have the talent like that. So it's kind of they should go out there and dominate. Is how I kind of feel. But
Yeah,
keep your expectations kind of low, I would say. I feel like they have it though. I feel like I mean, like you said, they're clicking, kind of
yeah,
seeing how they played today and everything. It's like, all right, but again, you get to the final, you might have some team comes out hot. I mean, it's one game, and never know.
yeah. Serbia had to come back today too. They were struggling at first and made a great
Yeah,
comeback
I
to
think
get back
Germany
in
was
the
sticking
game.
to them.
So they kind of got lucky staying away, but played well enough to get past it. But yeah, the U.S. I mean, Embiid just shaking off the booze and doing well today, which was good to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they're expected to win gold. I don't know how you could think anything less. So I know we said temper what we expected out of them, but I think the way they're playing and clicking, like T said, you have to expect the gold now. I mean, they're by far the best team in the world, or should be. So
I
I
mean,
don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the expectations are definitely gold. There's no doubt, right? But I mean, for
Yeah.
I'd say, I mean, not necessarily speaking for you guys, but for myself, it's like I keep them rather
Oh
because I
yeah.
mean, I don't. It's not that I don't trust them. It's just like how many times have we seen this play out before? Like, oh man, look at them go, and then it's like, wait, what happened? Lost to who? So
Yeah.
right, yeah. I mean, that's the only expectation is gold.
yeah,
So they should win. I mean, they have. If you took a top 10 of the best players in the tournament, U.S. has got what 6, 7. You know,
I
Yeah.
believe so.
For
but we'll
sure.
see. I mean, it'll be interesting, but I think they'll take care of business.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
what?
guys, like we
Costas
said,
is
the
calling the game.
NFL is about
Nice.
to really get into high gear. And the NFL has come out with their new top 100 players. Kind of a crazy list, in my opinion. I mean, let's just start at number 1. Is Tyreek Hill the best player in the NFL? But the 2-time defending Super Bowl champ, 3-time winner Patrick Mahomes is 4th. Let's just start there, guys. Did they get it right, or are these people crazy?
I don't necessarily. It's not that I don't care about these lists. I just don't. I mean, who? Again, I think we did this last year. Like, who are the people who put these lists together? And
the players vote for them.
Is that
They're
what
all
it
voted
is?
by players. They're all voted by players and coaches. It's all NFL personnel. So,
well, then I guess my first thought would be that's pretty cool that the players respect Tyreek that way. But my second thought would be like there's a lot of hatred for Mahomes.
sure.
Like, I mean,
could be jealousy, hatred, whatever you want to say about it.
Whichever way you want to put it. But I mean, Tyreek's a very. I mean, he's that dude's fast. He's got some great hands. I haven't really seen something necessarily like that outside of like maybe like a Deshaun Jackson or something like that was kind of that explosive in a way. So I guess I kind of get it, but kind of like just what Sean said, like with those stats from Mahomes, it's like how can he not be number 1? Just based off of it, but with the players voting, it kind of makes a little bit more sense, I guess. But just for the hatred, like, I mean, you think a single person in his division voted for him to be the best player?
Right. I don't know. Well, I mean, I will say this:
so,
Hill did flirt with Calvin Johnson's receiving yards record. He had 1,800 yards, and he missed a couple games with an injury, So he probably would have broken it if he would have played in those games. 120 catches and 1,800 yards and 13 touchdowns, pretty damn good. That's not a bad season. But I mean, I get it. His speed. I just don't know. Would you say he's the best receiver? I mean, right now, wouldn't you take CeeDee Lamb or Jefferson over him?
JJ for sure.
Of course you name a Cowboy first. Of course.
Come on.
Of course.
Would you take CeeDee Lamb or Tyreek Hill?
I'll take both on the Giants because
if you had to pick. Oh yeah, but your team's too busy starting fights.
Honestly, hell yeah. I like my quarterback getting in the mix too. So
I'd take Jefferson over both. I'd take Jefferson over both. But
honestly,
that's a tough
I'd probably
call.
go Lamb. I'd probably go Lamb over Hill.
Yep.
Just because Lamb hasn't really had injury.
Yeah, I was about to say durability.
Yep.
Because Tyreek, like he's usually really seems like he's healthy for the most part. He usually takes that one good hit, and it seems like it derails his season a little bit, much like it did last year. He just got hit like going down out of bounds or something, and
he rolled his ankle.
And but it's tough. It's a tough call, but I mean, I think I would take Lamb in that position though, just again for durability. I mean, he stays on the field. And he's got a little bit bigger build. So, yeah.
I think it was more a respect for the season he had, pretty much the second best season, for a receiver in history. So,
yeah, but I mean, what has he done without Mahomes? Nothing.
Lost
1,800 yards, 120 catches.
Well, yeah, but
right.
Nothing happens in the playoffs. Because, they have to go on the road, and they're not built for outdoor playoff football, as they showed last year in Kansas City. But but I saw it on the herd the other today. Do you know Mahomes leads the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns since Tyreek Hill left the Chiefs?
That's wild.
Wow.
That's insane. Yeah. So,
Wow.
but I mean, I don't know how you don't put Patrick number one.
I know, right? I agree.
I just don't get it. And
Lamar Jackson.
yeah, another one. Like,
So a quarterback over Mahomes. too.
yeah.
That
I mean,
see, that does
McCaffrey
not,
3.
that makes no sense to me to have Lamar Jackson over Mahomes. It's just zero.
Yeah. That's why I was saying. I was like, okay, I get it. Okay, Tyreek Hill, you're rewarding him, but then number 2 isn't Mahomes either. I was like, what? I was like,
Yeah, I saw.
Lamar,
I
who's
looked,
lost to Mahomes twice in the playoffs.
right, hadn't shown up, and I saw the list. I guess I was watching NFL Network and it was running at the bottom and stuff, and I remember seeing um, some of the lists and some of the players, and I'm just like, how in the world is that person, ahead of them? So now it makes sense with the players and everything.
Yeah, the hatred, man.
Or the players
Jeez,
voting. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's the 18th best player.
And I get that he was hurt, but the dude still had like 1,200 yards. He played 9 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played 9.
Yeah, with how many different quarterbacks throwing it to him,
Yeah.
Three,
I mean,
with Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Astronaut. The Pastronaut.
Yeah.
Right?
Throwing
Nick
throat missiles.
Mullins.
Yeah.
Nick Mullins played a couple games too, but the one that, I think everybody's been talking about, number 92 on the list, Aaron Rodgers. How does he make the list? He played 4 snaps.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I get the respect, but like, the thing I don't understand, are we saying like currently, or are we saying like all time? Like,
Well, then that's a mix, because
active
if you're saying,
all time,
like you're saying, if they gave Hill the top spot based on last year,
his season,
yeah, and then what, at the bottom 50? Okay, your legacy gets you in there, but
I guess it's weird.
I don't know. Maybe Aaron took a few of the players on some ayahuasca trips or something to Egypt or wherever
he must have,
went.
right? Yeah. You gotta have that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
Well,
really
Lamar did win the MVP. I mean, Lamar was the MVP of the NFL.
But then again, it's just like Hill. What have you done in the playoffs?
True.
Like, I think, I mean, both top 10, top 15 players, but I mean, if you're going to put anybody over Mahomes, I would have done McCaffrey, because he led the league.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, he is 3, but I'm saying I think number 1 should be C-Mac or Patrick.
No, it should be Mahomes.
Yeah,
gotta be.
I think it should be Mahomes too.
What has McCaffrey done besides losing the Super Bowl to Mahomes?
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? Compared to Hill and Jackson, he's been to the Super Bowl.
True.
Exactly.
True.
That's again. That's
Hill has a ring.
And what? Kyle Shanahan has a losing record without Christian McCaffrey in the lineup.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just crazy, these lists. But yeah, you gotta, like you guys are saying, there's got to be some kind of bias. A lot of these guys are friends, so just trying to see if anything else. CJ
Mahomes
Stroud
was first last year.
Yeah,
so.
But I mean,
he did throw 14 picks this last year as well. He did only have 27 touchdowns and 14 picks.
And he won a Super Bowl. And he won a Super Bowl with a leak in oil offense. It's like,
True.
So
and a celebrity driven tight end.
Yeah.
So yeah, now him and his brother. Did you see, guys, that they want 9 figures to keep for a contract for their podcast that they do once a week?
I'll take 6 figures, for us. I mean, I'd be more than happy.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd take 80,000.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I could
Pay
be
us
okay
80
with
grand.
that.
I'll be good.
You'd get a lot more of us. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it 5 days a week.
Hell yeah, something to look forward to, guys. But
Exactly.
it'll happen. We don't need Joe Rogan contract, So, but I don't know. Like Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow, but do you think he's a little too high? Jamar Chase at 45.
Burrow was hurt most of last year. Chase, like, kind of low. I thought
Chase needs to
a
be high.
lot.
I just don't invest much in these lists. It's like, cool, look at him, all right.
Hey,
sweet.
well, Dak was rated 16th ahead of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, come on.
Just so y'all.
Enough.
Come
said.
on.
Enough said.
I know y'all wanted to hear that.
Yeah,
God,
Ryan. How many
man.
Cowboys are in the top
I
100?
hope you lose your reservation at Sam's tonight.
Damn. I think him and Lamb are the only ones. No, I don't know. Parsons 3. Oh, Zach Martin too.
Zach
4.
Martin made it. Deron Bland made it.
Yeah. A lot of players making it for a team that lost to the Packers in the playoffs. How many Packers made it?
Besides
lost. Jordan Love.
Say it blown out.
I don't even know. Let me go through the list. Packers. I don't think they would have that many.
Maybe a receiver on there, but they were on and off the field too, though.
Rashawn Gary's at 50.
Yeah, I don't.
Jordan Love is 34.
I can't think there's another Packer ahead of him.
Yeah, there's not.
There's no way.
That's it. So 2. So the Giants had 2 make it. So
who made it for them besides
Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dexy?
Hey, I know Scary made it for the Mandos.
Are you already claiming Brian Burns?
Hell yeah, Brian Burns.
Hey, come on. He was with the Panthers.
Hey, Spider-Man is a New York Giant now, so. But that's it. No, T, you had, Scary Terry, 97.
I can't imagine anybody else being on there.
Bobby Wagner at 59. That's going to be weird to see him in a... But that's still impressive. Bobby Wagner's still making the top 100 list, man.
Yeah.
That guy, hell of a career. Jonathan Allen at 54. And that would be it.
Yeah, Evans and Winfield were the only Bucks that made it. So, pretty deservingly so, I think.
Wirfs.
Yep.
Wirfs. Just got paid.
Definitely Wirfs it. He did.
Just got paid.
Just got them back.
Yeah. Pretty wild. So, I don't know. We'll see where Ayuk ends up. He's on the trading block.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys, don't you think players, it seems they really just care about getting paid more than winning? If you were Ayuk, wouldn't you want to take the offer from the Niners and have a chance to win it all?
I think they all want
go to the Patriots.
I think they all want that big contract. Like Lamb was a first round pick, so I mean he's still making like what 14 mil this year, anyways. But or not Lamb. I'm sorry, Ayuk. He's he's a first round pick too. So these guys want to. I think a lot of them just want to get that first big paycheck, hit free agency again, and then they can start signing on with teams like Von Miller did, with the Rams, and then going to the Bills trying to do that. So
but would you really want to be traded to the Patriots?
With you on that. And I'm kind of with Ryan too, where I think sometimes like they just let the money dominate over winning. But like it's so weird that you're gonna not accept what San Fran's offering you, and maybe they're lowballing him. I'm not too sure, but why would you want to get traded to the Browns or the Patriots?
Yeah,
I guess I could see the Patriots going a different direction now that they have a different coach and trying to rebuild. So, and are you still young and you could, develop chemistry with May over the years. So I do understand that. But, the Browns are kind of a hot mess. Just Watson hasn't shown up, especially for that contract that he got. And you have Amari Cooper over there. You already have David, how do you pronounce his last name?
Njoku.
Yeah, Njoku.
Joker.
And they got Jerry Jeudy. in a
You got
trade from Denver.
so I mean, at that point, like your targets are definitely going to be limited and cut way back. I'm not saying that's. I mean, he gets they still has a lot of competition in Ninerland too. But you go from a Super Bowl contending team to someone that's got to climb the mountain again. And I mean, maybe that's something I don't know. I just it just doesn't make too much sense. But I also understand them. I also understand him looking out for his family and his future and getting, get like much as he said, getting that big contract and kind of securing himself and things like that, which I completely understand and respect. But I think they do. I think it do. I think players do at times worry more about the money than they worry about the winning. I truly do think that. Man,
Well,
by
I
all
mean,
means they should. By all means
you
they
win,
should
you're
though.
gonna make extra money too. How much has Mahomes made in endorsements?
Right,
Yeah,
Alone.
for sure.
So
right.
I mean, uh, it's I don't know.
It's a tough
I mean,
call. You know what I
I
mean? I
would
don't.
never tell a player not to take any money. Believe me,
Yeah,
get
same. I
that
wouldn't
bag.
either.
Get that bag because the league is making a ton of money. Ryan sent that little chart over with
Yeah.
what 12.8 billion
Oh
annually.
yeah.
Like,
Feels like it'd be more than that
but they
now.
should. I mean, you can't go like baseball and not have a salary cap, but I think you should put a cap on these contracts. Like, I mean, come on. Some people are saying when Dak hits the market, he's going to get 65 mil a year, and it's like, wow,
Yeah, and that's part
But
of
yeah, I
that.
mean,
Sounds like that's part of the reason why I guess he's not necessarily signing his contract. Is he's going to be unrestricted, and someone's going to throw a lot of money at him. And I think it's just, I'm not saying that Dak's worried about necessarily the money over winning, but I think that's going back to what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, maybe even last week, where I think he's tired of dealing with Jerry and his crap and being there. He's gonna he's gonna get paid for one. He's gonna go to a new experience. Um, but I mean, again, I would much like you said, I would never tell a player not to take money. I mean, especially football players, they're putting their bodies on the line. I guess all these athletes really like putting their bodies on the line and going through so much stuff and things, and it's like all the freak accidents that can happen. I mean, I saw someone tore their Achilles already, and I don't remember which team it was, but it's just like, man, I mean, it's just simply, camp. It's like just doing. If you're already going, I mean, not necessarily going that hard, but like if you're already having those things happen, it's like, man. And so you just
Yeah.
don't know. You don't know who it's going to be, and if you're one of those guys, like it's risky if you're playing and you're trying to get that contract or you're not signed. It's just like, well, I'm gonna go out there and risk injury and doing something like that and not be able to put up numbers, and then it's gonna cost you money. So, like, I get it, like I do, but it's kind of a
Yeah.
slippery, not a slippery slope, but it's one of those things. Like, it's just I guess there's a debate there for days.
Yeah, I was watching something. I was listening to something the other day that was talking about all these quarterbacks and what they're making, and I think what is Mahomes, like 9 or something, ninth now, I think, or whatever he is. I think he's ninth.
Something like that from that, especially from
Whatever
that
he
list.
is. No, he's tied for 11th now.
yeah, and Josh
So
Allen's like 13th.
yeah, the top 10 quarterbacks, 0 Super Bowls, and their combined playoff record is like 9-16. So, I mean, that tells you that money is prioritized over winning, because they would rather get that payday than say, you know what, I can take 10 million less and still survive off 45 million a year, so we could add another key player or something. So,
Well, would you say how many of those teams in those top 10 there are in a rebuild mode or coming around? Because like, I
not
mean,
not very many. Would
yeah.
you say the Bengals are in a rebuild mode?
No, but I'm
No,
saying that they drafted Joe Burrow for this though.
Sure, yeah, of course. He's taken them there before. He just hasn't won one.
Yeah.
I mean, he has.
poor guy just can't seem to stay healthy either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can he stay healthy is a question. So
I mean, I feel like
Trevor
if Mahomes,
Lawrence, I
if
mean,
Mahomes wanted to be the highest paid quarterback, I think he would have made that happen. Like,
Well,
no doubt.
when he signed that contract, he
a 10-year
was at
deal,
He
at
was.
that point.
Right.
So, and
yeah,
he keeps restructuring it,
yeah.
with
He's
the
pulling the
cap
Tom
going.
Brady.
Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. When the cap adjusts, like Brady took 20, 25 mil, but, now that would probably be 35, 40 mil
Yeah,
out of your salary cap. But having like a fifth of your salary cap to one player, that's tough, man.
sure.
But it just seems like, some of these teams have it right. Like Green Bay, look how young they are. I
Sure.
mean,
I get it. I don't blame him.
the
but
Lions seem to be set up for a while.
sure.
I would say maybe Buffalo would be kind of in that rebuild mode. I think Baltimore's going to take a little step back too because they lost a lot of players.
Ooh, a little preview, huh?
Oh,
And they added Derrick Henry. And they added Derrick Henry. Sorry.
Why? Oh, okay, so they were a running team last year and didn't do it in the playoffs when they got whooped. But all of a sudden we're just going to pass.
I think they learned their
And the
lesson on that.
MVP, like, okay, so they went to the pass game, but the MVP couldn't win at home too.
So if you
it's-
think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, who's the second best team?
well, not the Patriots,
Okay.
not the Raiders.
Bills?
No, I wouldn't say the Bills. I would actually, with a healthy Burrow, I think I'd give it to the Bengals.
The Bengals? Yeah, but with a healthy Burrow is the question.
Well, he's coming back from his
Cleveland could
injury.
be up there if Watson could get his shit together.
I mean,
That's a hell of a roster.
Especially
What about
their
the
defense.
Texans?
Everybody's assuming they're going to have that sophomore slump, but
Yeah, I'm not.
They got better.
I don't know. It's, the Texans.
They
I like
added
the
Mixon
Texans a
and
lot,
Diggs.
but yeah, there's a lot of hype there, and Diggs also can bring some problems. So hopefully he doesn't stir the pot with anything. But I think the chemistry for the Bengals is more there since they've already been to they've had the playoff run, say that even the Super Bowl appearance and stuff like that. So I kind of that's kind of where I'd give them the edge. But I mean, I dig that.
You say the Bengals. So you think the Bengals and Texans are above the Ravens as the next best teams in the AFC?
I'd say they're definitely, because much like Sean said, Ravens lost some key pieces, man, and those are big pieces, especially on the defensive side. But I'd say it's right there, almost like I mean, it's a thousandth of a difference or whatever, it's thousandths of a second difference. But no, I mean it's something. I mean they're close. Like I would give it. I think I would give the Bengals the edge over them though. Even though I do like the Derrick Henry addition because I think they learned their lesson in the playoffs. Like use your strengths, like run the football when you need. And but yeah, I think the Bengals have the edge there.
I don't know. Last year, remember, I picked Cincy last year to win the Super Bowl. So, and then that all went to crap. But I don't know. I mean, I would never count. I think Josh Allen's amazing. That guy is so good. But I think he's going to kind of go through like what Mahomes did last year with learning new receivers. The kid Coleman that they drafted from Florida State, he's going to be a stud. Possible sleeper NFL Rookie of the Year. But I mean, if you got 17, I mean, he's gone toe to toe with Mahomes in the playoffs. That fantastic playoff game where it was back and forth, and then Allen leaves the field with the lead again, and his defense blows it. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, because you wouldn't say the Dolphins. I mean, the Chargers could be sneaky good because Harbaugh is a damn good coach.
It's true.
I mean, the Jags, you don't really trust them. Colts, I think, are on the same level.
I think the Colts are up and coming, though.
The Jets, I mean,
I would never
count the Steelers.
Wouldn't count out Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure. I'm sure he's on a mission this year. And
what kind of
True.
mission?
I mean, he's mad. He missed it. He missed it. I mean, think about it though. Like, think about it. Like,
I mean, he seems to be everywhere but training camp. So
yeah, I know, right?
he saw the pyramids and now he believes. But I mean, one is he played, what'd you say, 4 plays last year? Tore his Achilles, missed out like a whole season. He's getting so much criticism right now. So I don't know. There's a lot of speculation around him and Salah not seeing eye to eye. So it's like I think he plays better when he's kind of ticked off. And
they still have Breece Hall, and they still have Garrett Wilson, and they still have that pretty good damn defense.
Yep. So
like Williams.
Yeah.
So I can't. It's hard to count. I wouldn't count them out. Just again, it's hard to put them up there with say it with the Ravens and such. But again, we'll see. I guess we'll see Jets experiment number 2.
Yep.
I don't know. I just don't. He throws an incredible football and he's really good, but he's just. I mean, if he's that good, like he's only won 1 Super Bowl, So,
right. A lot of competition in the AFC. A lot of competition out there. So it's
I get it, but he was in the
one
NFC
more than
forever.
any of the other quarterbacks besides Mahomes has won.
Yeah, but that was with your current head coach Mike McCarthy back in 2012.
True.
Damn.
Who's probably gone after this year.
I mean, I don't know. But it's so hard to three-peat. Like that's why it's never been done. It's like, I mean, but we all bet against Kansas City last year, and look what happened. But you got to think, like T was saying, the Bengals. I mean, they might just. But do they have that chemistry with losing Mixon and?
Yeah.
So
I was just
Chase Brown
that.
is pretty good. Chase Brown's a pretty good back.
Yeah,
too,
what's his name? The running back going to lead him? What's his name from the Colts?
Moss, Zach Moss.
Yeah, Zach Moss.
I mean,
he's a starter.
Chase is going to get paid, and he'll do his thing. Higgins is on a franchise tag, so he's going to want to play really good. So, he hits the market, the open market after this year. So I think, it just depends on Burrow. I mean, guy's amazing, but it's just the NFL. 6-7 teams make the playoffs that didn't the year before. So the NFC, I mean, AFC's tough. Do you think the NFC or AFC is tougher right now?
AFC.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, just going over the teams right now we just talked about. I mean, we talked 6-7 teams kind of thing, and they're all kind of in this little level. And in NFC, I think there's so many teams that have to prove themselves to be, I guess, on that level. Like, I mean, the Cowboys. I mean, we all know what they do, Ryan. The Eagles have to, what they've, the kind of, they got there, looked really good doing so, and then they lost, and then they came back with that last year with their season, and it's kind of like, ooh, what was that? The Niners are, probably the favorite, but after that, it's like, then who? Like, who's going to give them competition?
The Lions.
Right.
The Rams.
Sure. I forgot about the
Sean's
Lions.
other teams, the Lions and the Rams, his other 2 teams.
That's right. I like both quarterbacks for the teams. Like the Lions have gotten it straight, Dan Campbell's a little weird.
How can you not like the Lions?
Oh, I do like him. Yeah, I like him.
And Matthew Stafford, I'm sorry, is severely underrated. And if you want to, I would take Matthew Stafford over Aaron Rodgers any day of the week.
Tough. That's a tough one.
What? Really?
But I'm actually with Sean on this
close.
one. I'm with Sean on this one.
He has a Super Bowl too.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
More recently, but he was in Detroit.
I like the way he plays. I like the way he throws the ball. I mean, I've always been a fan of watching Aaron Rodgers, and I find him entertaining, that is for sure. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, honestly, yeah, I think I would. I
I'd
think I'd
say
take
how many
Stafford.
MVPs does Stafford have?
I'm
I
not
didn't
worried about
know
that.
if he
Who
passed
cares?
Rodgers with 4.
I'm not
What
worried
did
So
you,
about that.
what
MVPs
did,
don't mean anything?
no,
For what?
not really. If you can't win Super Bowls, sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, Lamar's got 2. So what?
So he sucks now?
No, he doesn't suck.
No.
But my
So is
God,
he
it's like
so he's not as good
No.
as Stafford?
who? Lamar?
Yeah.
I'd take Stafford over Lamar.
I would too,
Oh
just based on
wow,
just on the
really?
Absolutely.
throwing
Whoa.
on the throwing
Wow.
accuracy. Absolutely on throwing accuracy,
Look,
100%. 100%.
How
percent
about running? Let's compare that.
they went
Who
to, the
cares?
Rams went toe to toe. Don't
I
you
mean,
remember
yeah,
last year the Rams and the
went
Ravens played in Baltimore and the
right,
Rams
went
went
toe to
toe to
Yes.
toe.
toe with them and they lost on that punt return
Mm-hmm.
in
Okay.
overtime.
So that's who's
So,
better then. Lamar's team won.
Oh my goodness.
well, I mean,
Right?
no
No.
way. No, Matt. Okay, so we all
You just
agree
got done.
Mahomes is one.
You just got done
Yeah.
saying Lamar didn't get it done in the playoffs, man. And like
Yeah, I know he didn't.
he didn't his roadrunner ability and his go-go gadget arms didn't work. And like I mean, I'm not saying Stafford would have gone and gotten it done, but at the same time, like I would trust the accuracy and the gunslinging out of Stafford in
Yeah, if
offense.
he can stay healthy,
In my
that's a
offense.
problem.
Well, if Lamar too, he get
Yeah,
again
but
start running,
Stafford
starts
plays, man. The
plays,
only
dude.
time he missed was with the ribs. That's when he didn't play here lately. But he was getting banged up in Detroit, man. He had no help. He had Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
about
one
it.
of the greatest
Yeah,
receivers of all time.
right. And it's not like Rodgers has been on bad teams. I mean, he's had what? Randall Cobb in his prime, Devontae
No, but who's Lamar
Adams.
had? Name who Lamar's had besides Mark Andrews.
And he's also he's a running quarterback, so he's going to gain those extra eyes, those extra votes, his extra
Okay.
numbers, and that's
What's
fair.
wrong
It's all
with him using his tools he has,
nothing at all. I'm saying you just the question the question was would you take Stafford over Lamar? And I'm simply taking
Wow.
Stafford over
Okay.
over him. I mean,
In
because
fantasy too?
Hey, I had Lamar last year.
honestly, at a certain depending where I'm at in my draft position and what I'm doing, then possibly so, yeah. Because if I mean, do you take a quarterback that early over say like a couple other receivers or
I
something
probably
like that?
don't.
So it's like
No.
maybe I'd wait
You
around
can
and would
wait
take
on
Stafford,
quarterback.
but
Sure.
I mean it's a fair argument though. Like I think the particular style offense that I would possibly would want to run or anything like that, I would entrust Stafford more with the gunslinging ability and accuracy than I would Lamar. Because if I'm behind in the game, it's like, man, I want somebody to go down the field and say, 7, 8 plays and get us a score real quick kind of thing. I don't know that Lamar has that, clearly has that give him a whole running, people aren't going to catch him, sure.
So in y'all's eyes, Stafford is probably top 5 then in the NFL.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Player?
I think there's an argument to it for
Quarterback.
sure.
Quarterback, yes.
I think there's an argument to it
Top
for
5
sure.
in the whole NFL.
Yeah, well, what? Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Lamar.
Okay,
He
Lamar.
just won an MVP.
I think that's where yeah.
Jordan Love.
Top 5, I don't know.
That's
Top
tough.
5, I don't know.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh.
I would.
Man.
We are
I'm just
feisty
saying.
tonight. Yes.
I know. I'm like, oh.
I don't know. Like
Justin Herbert,
yeah.
Jared Goff.
Well, apparently Stafford's better than Goff in
He
your eyes,
is.
probably.
He is, but I mean, they're both my quarterbacks, so we're it's all good there. But
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be hard to put him in the top 5 for me, but I think there's a reasonable argument to, because again, like you go through the first couple of those, and then the rest of them, it's all a bunch. So like, where do you place them? It's like a lottery ball or a bingo thing. Balls flying everywhere, and like quarterbacks, like where they land, which one is
CJ
it?
Stroud or Stafford?
I would say Stafford again, based on just his experience right now. I want to see it again
yeah,
as Stroud. I want to
I
see it
agree.
again.
I agree with T on both. You just want to see it.
Both.
There's no doubt Stroud is talented. Like that kid's amazing, and with that full plethora of weapons that he's got, with their Dell coming back and Nico just got paid, and that's gonna be a really
Sure.
fun offense to watch.
Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Hurts, Burrow. So Stafford does not make my top 5. Sorry.
Oh, shocked.
Maybe my top 10.
I'm very shocked.
Well, you know what? We're gonna start doing.
I don't
with our
disrespect
season
him.
previews.
He's a great quarterback.
We're gonna do top
Oh,
5
no.
of each position.
It's a
I'm
quarterback-driven
shocked.
league.
I'm shocked you don't have Dak at number 1.
He's close, but
he's number 6.
Yeah.
y'all say that knowing y'all both take him on either of y'all's teams
No.
right now.
I do not want a quarterback. I'm
Both of y'all would take him. Yeah.
No
T
way.
can't. No way.
No way.
T's got Jaden
Neither of y'all would take Dak?
No.
I would take my rookie
Not at that
quarterback all
price.
day right now on that. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
No.
for a cheap price.
Dak's not
No.
going down.
For
That's the
30
thing.
million. Just say if you could, for 30 mil. You
No.
wouldn't take him over Daniel Jones. You wouldn't take him over an unproven rookie, Jaden Daniels.
Maybe.
Nope.
From T's point, no. I would say maybe yes at 30 million, because that means you could get like 2 or 3,
or the same price
really
as
good.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, but I would almost hope it implodes so we could, because that would be another year, and then we could, get Arch Manning and start the whole Manning process over again. So, but that'll be a discussion for another day. So,
Wow.
well, it's getting a little late, but real quick, guys, let's talk about this whole Michigan scandal and Jim Harbaugh's comments that he came out with yesterday. Good for him. I mean, if he's not a part of it, he wasn't a part of it. So no need for him to apologize. That's but do you guys think, like we were talking before the show, like, is this a witch hunt against Michigan?
Sure seems that way.
I think I don't know, to be honest with you, but if it's involving the NCAA, I mean, can we trust any of those people? At the end of the day, like, they screwed up so many things. They've ruined people's lives and such, and it just keeps. I mean, they have. I mean, they didn't want to pay their players and such, and they made it difficult for a long time. And I'm not saying that this thing hasn't really gotten out of hand, but I mean, what are they? I mean, what? I just don't trust them. I mean, I'm always going to stand by that. Sign stealing goes on in every sport. I don't care which one it is. There's some. I mean, maybe not golf, but I mean, yeah, he's using a 7. You should go over there and bend his shaft real quick. Probably don't want to say that again, but
I was like, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like the sign stealing that goes on all across sports. If you're blatantly obvious about it and you're doing something to where, it's, again, if you're doing it obviously in an obvious way, then you're going to get busted for it, and you deserve that. But I mean, it goes on in every sport, and I mean, are they picking on him? Maybe so. I mean, maybe it probably has a lot to do with the fact that, like, how Harbaugh's acting right now. He didn't put up with their crap.
Sure.
He didn't give in to their stuff. He stood his ground. He said his piece, and like, I'm sure all those old men didn't like to hear that. You know, all those old white men. Oh, birds, I can just hear them just gobble, 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 just all in one room, just going and going and going. And I just don't trust the NCAA. And would I call it a witch hunt? I don't know. Harbaugh's got a way with words, so like, but I don't know. I mean, good for him for standing up. Like you said, if you had anything to do with it, it had nothing to do with it. So
Sure.
why
Everyone
invest into it?
like scouts teams, everyone does what they do just about. It's because it's the way they went about it. I get it, but I'm sure I can guarantee it's probably happened with tons of other schools. Michigan's high profile. It's something they kind of want to make an example out of. I'm sure with, you know, a high profile school like Michigan. And, you know, that's just, I think they're almost in a way, like you said, being targeted. So, but sucks, you know, just, you know, I'm glad that Harbaugh stood his ground, you know, said, nope, we never did this. And, you know, that's how you gotta stand up to the NCAA, you know?
And part of the NCAA with it too is like a Instagram or something validation.
Yeah.
And then they donated money
Stupid.
to a charity. And they're trying, you know, it's like, come on. Who cares? Like, you're paying these kids are millionaires come the time they get through with college. So, you know, it's just the NCAA.
They're getting paid to play now. I mean,
not get it right.
Yeah, I agree.
Ryan, it's time to go into the Tree Shakers Lounge and use your slow, deep voice.
Yes.
As you tell these people where to find us on social media.
You can find the Real Tree Shakers on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
On iHeart, taking you back to the quiet storm. No, but really, we do love all our followers, all our people that have liked our page. We appreciate you all. We hope you hear us. We hope you comment. We hope you share us. We appreciate it all. And as always, look for us as a Real Tree Shaker show, because we are the only real tree shakers. Trust me.
That is correct. That is correct. You know, and I can't wait. 32 days.
Yes.
We will all be chilling together. So by then, we will be prepped and ready for the Green Day concert.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody can get us backstage or somehow help us meet Green Day, that'd be great. But, you know, and then we'll be all together for week 1 of the NFL season. Like, that's going to be so good. And I think I'm going to film you guys as the Commanders take on the Bucks in week 1. I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. So, but as always, thanks for listening. Hey, he can be outside flipping the burgers and the chicken. So, as always, thanks for listening. This has been the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Bye. Later.
Peace.